outrun me and hopefully get over a fence, I guess.
So I've been here at the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office for a little over 5 years now on patrol. More recently, I got
Good morning.
Good morning.
How the hell's been dragging?
Oh, tired. Which is kind of the norm.
Yeah, with you. You're always tired.
Yeah.
Of course, you always work them late ass hours.
Yeah, that's what it is.
So how's things going there?
Yeah, you know,
Same old, same old.
pretty much, yeah.
How's business?
That's been pretty good.
Good.
I'll take it, you know. Can run events again, although I don't know that that's a good thing or a bad thing. I mean, it's good for business, but I don't know.
Nothing's come out of it yet?
Oh, yeah, we're getting guys showing up and stuff, which is nice. Just, I don't
No,
know.
I mean, nobody has ended up sick.
No, nothing like that. But, you know, I'm still making everybody wear masks. They have to wear masks anyway, but we're keeping it small. We could run. I could run a bit more, but I don't feel comfortable doing that really. I mean, it's kind of dumb. I mean, because of the way what do you call it? How to explain? So we can run 25% capacity, right?
Yeah.
And for me, as it sits, I have, 46 or something is my normal capacity. So 25% of that is, 12 or something. 11. But the problem is, if I unlock my back door, I can put another 100 people in the building.
Really?
Yeah, because it's based on the fire codes. It has nothing to do with the health department.
Wow.
And so there's a lot of places that are kind of, skirting the rules, I guess you'd say.
Yep.
And, I mean, I get it, but it's a little frustrating. But what's life, Place all these stupid gears at once. But, I mean, it's been going pretty good. And, of course, it's weird that the phased opening thing, they lumped us in with the other counties north, even though we've got a really high infection rates here still. Hey, but that doesn't matter. Okay, which one did I grab? Although it does seem to be coming down. I will say that. I mean,
It seems to be.
We were
We're still trying to get our first fucking shot.
My mom got hers a week ago Saturday. So. Did I buy the wrong damn gears? What the hell? Don't tell me about the wrong damn gears. They just all look alike. That's an intercog. Okay. Yeah, I bought the wrong damn gears. Well, shit. Okay. I wonder if I can carry one. And so she's scheduled in theory to get her second one in like 2 weeks or a week and a half.
Yeah.
But, now there's concerns they'll be available or not, or whatever bullshit it is next, seems like. But, yeah, what do you do? She didn't have any problems from the first shot, though. That was good. There's...
People with different reactions.
Yeah, and a lot of people have a lot of pain and sickness and stuff like that from a mild core form of it, basically. But she said, "Well, it hurt where they gave me the shot." I'm like, "Well, yeah, it's gonna hurt no matter what." But, so that was good. I was kind of concerned 86, and
Yeah.
if it gives you a mild case of it, well, at 86, a mild case of anything can be pretty sketchy. Yeah. And my cog didn't come with me. Damn it. Make it to there. It's being stupid. But yeah, so we're just kind of along for the ride, or more or less, around here. Our rest way it's been all year.
Hey, as long as you can still make a living with it.
Yeah. Well, and there's a lot of people who are like, "Oh, it's over. We don't need." No, it's not over, guys.
Far from over.
Yeah.
That's the problem. People think it's coming down, so things are going to slack off, and you're going to see a spike in it again.
Yep. Or they think it's coming down, so they slack off.
Yep.
Plus, we got these new mutations coming through, or whatever. Which guys, wait and see how that pans out exactly. So. But it is what it is. That's all we can do. Hope for the best, and it's weird here because high school football's going right now. It's like that's just usually long done by now.
Yeah.
But because of the pandemic, it wasn't long done. So they're like on their second week or something. It's just kind of bizarre to me, but whatever. I'm not sure how to feel about it, but I don't even know if they can have how do you call it? Spectators.
Oh, at the game.
Yeah. I would. Well, if they do, they got to be 6 feet apart. I don't know how they're going to enforce that. I mean, it's school. You can't do too much. Of course, the students alone is a whole other thing. But yeah, there hasn't been too much of a problem with the school kids so far with all this. So I guess that's something. But they've also haven't done much with the kids so far. So unfortunately, it only takes one. One kid on a team gets it, and now the whole team's going to have it.
Oh, yeah.
So, but at the same time, we can't sit and live in fear all the time either. If something woulda, coulda, shoulda. I don't know. Just a little nervous about the whole thing, personally. I want it to be over. I'm tired of spinning in circles as they try to screw around with this shit over and over. We're going to have this phase planned, and then we're going to change the phases because they don't fit what we want to happen. And so now the phases don't mean shit. And, well, if they don't mean shit, then we have a new plan. It's like, oh, God. What next? But, it is what it is. That's what we live with.
Yeah.
Tired of working on this stupid bulldozer.
You're fucking with time with it, ain't you?
Yeah, about the wrong parts. Gonna go back and buy different parts. Worst part is I just fixed the damn things. I blew a track, so I had to fix that, and then literally a minute later, cogs go. Well, one of them went. guys replacing the whole damn thing.
Must be another country you're working in, because that's left-handed threads.
Lefty, Lucy. Yeah, you're right. Just realized that. Well, probably metric too. I think the company who made this game is actually from Poland.
Oh, really? I could understand that.
Yeah, so been a few idiosyncrasies I've noticed with things. Alright, that should be everything. You go get rid of this stuff. Yep, my dumbass mechanic's already working on the broken parts. He wouldn't work on them when they were in the tractor, but now he's working on it, so I'll just sell them so he gets on to something better. Oh, tomorrow I start getting some gold. So I'm like in 225th place right now or something. Even Patch.
Where the hell's your buddy Patch?
Oh, he's working overtime again this week. Even bigger overtime than he's been.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's going in early and staying late. But, you know, make your money where you can.
Hey, he likes that money.
Hey, who don't? And it's one of those things, you know, where if someone's willing to pay you, take the money and run.
A lot of people won't do what he's doing, though. I don't give a shit.
That's the truth. People are, you know, they're like, oh, you're just, you know, hustling. I'm like, oh no, you're working your ass off to earn some money to do whatever you feel like doing. That's what you're doing.
Yep.
I mean, all right, let's see if some bitch is working now. Yay, I have a fucking bulldozer again. Till something else breaks or it runs out of fuel or who knows what happens.
And that's usually what happens, that shit and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, how good can you design something to beat itself up?
Well, yeah. That's any heavy equipment. I mean, you know, I grew up around heavy equipment. And, I mean, I was really little when my dad was still alive doing it, but I can still remember some of the shit that would get broken. And it's like, how?
Yeah.
You know, just you don't even, stuff you don't even think about. Whoa.
There was 4 of us, we got together. We did a complete subdivision. We cut the roads in, we put the water and sewers in, we did it all.
Whole 9 yards.
And it was amazing the amount of trouble you have with the equipment.
Oh, I believe it, yeah.
You know, we weren't expecting that.
Yeah, you fight with stuff, you know, and
oh yeah.
And even if it's new, I mean, shit'll still break right away on it. It just depends on what you're doing. I mean, I remember growing up watching my dad welding cracks in the frame of his dump truck. I mean, how? But, you know, you go down enough logging roads, banging it around.
That's right. Tears that shit up.
Yep. I mean, it's just, you know, it's always something to be fixed. It's kind of like being on a farm, I'm sure. Actually, I know enough farmers that's pretty much identical to being on a farm. You know, they use their tractors 5 months, 6 months in the summertime, spend the other 6 months of the year fixing them.
Yeah, I've been fishing around with this one fucking tractor up here. On my 3-point hitch, you have an adjustment arm.
Right.
And every tractor has one, and it's on one of the 3-point hitch's arms. And it's usually some type of device that you have to lift up or lift an arm and unscrew it or screw it. And what it does is it gives you your levelness on whatever attachment you're putting on the back of that tractor. So when you put them on and you hook your 3-point hitch up to that, you have 2 pins on the bottom and 1 pin on the top. Well, on the bottom, 2 arms, ears, the right side one will have an adjustment arm on it, and that'll give you your left to right levelness.
So it's centered.
Okay? And then the center one, the one on top, gives you your up and down. Well, for some reason, I can't move that motherfucking adjusting arm to save my ass. It's not even sitting in there right. It's weird because it's like a collar, and you slide it up about 1.5 inches,
Okay.
and then you can turn it. Okay, and then when you're done, you take this thing back and you slide it down over. There's a notch in this, and it slides down over this notch, right?
Locks it in place.
I can't even get it to line up with the notch, and I have no idea why. It's like this thing has been bent or twisted, and I can't imagine how that could ever happen.
Well, yeah, what it would take to do that. I mean,
My God, if you've seen this son of a bitch, man, you go, how the hell could you ever bend that? Well, something's wrong. Definitely wrong. Because I cannot.
budget.
No. Now, if I unhook it, I can spin the bottom. I can make it longer by unscrewing it by hand if I unhook it. But I can't get the apparatus to work. And you can't get it perfectly level by unhooking it and hooking it and unhooking it and hooking it.
Yeah, it's gonna
It's a guessing game.
take you forever, and even then, it wouldn't be perfect.
So, oh no, I think I'm going to tear the fucking thing off. Take it off and, I don't know, see why. See if I can figure out why I can't get this thing to work.
Yeah, I mean, God.
I have it on my on one of my cab over tractors. I put my snow blower on one of my cab over tractors so I can run the snow blower in a blizzard.
Being a cab, so you're
I'm tired of the snow fucking covering me on the snow blower.
It's understandable.
And that snow blower puts a lot of snow out. So I put it on the back of my cab over tractor, and I haven't had my cab over tractor running. I mean, I haven't used it. No, it's going on 2 years.
Okay, so it's been mostly parked.
Yeah, I've had it mostly parked because I used it to run the big mowers, and I don't run the big mowers anymore. I gave up running the big mowers because of the terrain is useless for those things.
Ah, okay.
And I end up cutting more grooves down through the orchards because it's 7 feet wide and the orchards are all tapered, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you're riding on humps or you're riding in a valley. I mean, it's just, they should never even be, the 7-foot mower should have never been used.
Yeah, just too much.
So I decided to park the tractor because it's a big cab over. You can't get it through the orchards because of the cab.
It's too big, yeah.
I can't use it with the spray equipment because it's a cab and it's too big. So the tractor just fucking just sitting there. So I decided to put the snow blower on it. Well, you can't. You got to be able to reach back and turn your crank to direct your chute.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Tell them which way to go.
I have a window on the back of this, but the window opens. So what I had to do is I have to take the rod and shorten the rod way up so I can open the window and reach down there and then turn the chute.
Okay. Sounds pretty straightforward.
But what I don't understand is that fucking 3-point hitch piece, why it's locked in this position and I can't
get it to budge.
It's weird. I mean, there's no way you should be able to bend that.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like. It sounds like the shaft is warped or bent or something.
Yeah, it sounds like it acts like it's twisted, but I'm looking at the thing now. I'm talking an inch and 3/8 solid steel fucking rod.
Yeah, I figured it was probably pushing 2 inches or so.
I don't know. I'm gonna take it off.
As much weight as I mean, it's going to handle a lot of weight and torque. Yeah, I mean, that's what it's designed for. But yeah, maybe I don't know. I mean,
I should probably take it to somebody and see if they can tell me if it's fucked or not. Because I'll bet you that's an expensive fucking part.
Well, most things are on tractors nowadays. I mean,
I'll guarantee it. It's an expensive part.
yeah, probably a couple grand at least.
No, I can get by without it. I really can. But I mean, I can get by without it.
Yeah, but you know, you also want to fix it right if you're going to fix it at all.
Yeah.
You know,
And that's all. That's what I've done with everything there. I've repaired some things that should have been repaired the right way and never were.
yeah, it happens a lot too. You know, people get in a hurry, got shit to do, and so they just kind of bail and twine and bubble gum something together. I mean, it gets them through, but then they don't go back and fix it right later, like they say they're going to.
Man.
Oh, I'll take care of this, you know, when the season's over and other shit happens. And there's always, you know, something going on somewhere, it seems like. I know how that goes. I got so many projects around the shop, though, you know, I'm going to get to it. Shit, you know, some of them have been waiting there for a couple of years for me. Just because, you know, something happens. Whether, you know, just get busy or have some other little, you know, fire to put out before I can get to that one. Right now I got a few different, you know, pokers in the fire or whatever you want to call it. I'm trying to get an awning for the front of the shop, and
Oh, are you?
yeah. You know,
What? A canvas?
Yeah, I'd like to get a metal one, but they're just a little bit out of my price range. You know, because I'd like to get one of the old-fashioned metal ones that just hang straight out.
Yeah.
But
Sell them.
around here, the only quote I've ever gotten for one was $18,000 for 24-foot one, and it was like, nope, that's just ridiculous.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, I'm all for paying someone for their work. Don't get me wrong, but you know, I know how those things are made, and granted, it's something you don't see every day anymore, so it's kind of a specialty thing. I get that, but you know, you're talking a bunch of tubes and fucking sheet metal. I mean, it's not. It ain't rocket science either.
Nope. It's all made out of roll form.
Yep.
Your square tubing is rolled. Your sheets are flat. They run through rollers.
Yep.
I had a good friend of mine owns Joyce Manufacturing Company up in Cleveland, Ohio, and that was their business, was building awnings, patio rooms, all that shit. Right? So yeah, I've sold thousands and thousands of fucking awnings.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, yeah, you gotta cut them to size or whatever, but it's not.
Back in my day, man, awnings were a big deal.
Oh yeah,
They're not anymore.
not like they used to be now.
No, hell no.
Well, and this guy who gave me that quote for the metal one, you know, he was who our city was suggesting for people to go to and all this and that. And I saw some of his other work, and I was like, I'm not hiring the son of a bitch no matter what. I mean, I saw the quality of his work. It was crap, literal crap. There was one he did an awning a couple doors down. He refurbished it, charged him like $4,000 for it, and the owners were down the day after he was done to fucking paint the thing right because he did such a shit job on it. All he did was replace the panels in it and slap a coat of paint on. Didn't sand anything down first. Didn't fix any of the cracks or holes or dings or dents. Just slapped a coat of paint on the other 20 that had already been put on the damn thing. I mean, he literally spent about 4 hours working on the thing, charged him $4,000. It was like, this guy's a piece of shit. I don't know why anybody's recommending him. But I don't know anyone who was happy with his work either. But cloth ones, yeah. There's a building on the other side of me. Used to be owned by a guy who was pretty well-to-do, and stumbled across the company he used for his awning out front. And I was like, well, okay, if he trusted him, then because they had a picture in their gallery of his awning for some of the work they'd done in the past. I'm like, I give these guys a call. And so for a cloth one, I'm looking at probably about $5,000 installed. So, which is still, it's a little up there. I was hoping for something more in the $3,000 range, but hey, I'll take it. Right now, our city's got a facade program going on where they'll actually reimburse you. Um, what is it? 75% of a project up to $2,800.
Really?
So that'll cover what, $2,100 back or something. So I'll get $2,100 off the $5,000.
Well, you're back to the $3,000 mark that you wanted to be at.
Yeah. Where'd that call come from? So I figured, what the hell? Let's go for it.
So you getting it done?
Yeah, I just got to get a hold of the guys and get it going. I just, emailed with them a little bit back and forth, just kind of getting ballparks before I had. They're about 50 miles north, and before I waste anybody's time, I just wanted to see, what kind of ballpark price range are we talking here, guys? And before I waste any, they told me, it's like, all right, so I'm gonna get a hold of them, come on down, and do a proper estimate on it, and give me an exact total. Get her done.
You gonna have anything on it if you go cloth?
Probably not. I've seen way too many cloth ones where any lettering or graphics you put on end up starting to peel and fade and shit. So just keep it nice and kind of basic. I wish they'll probably make it cheaper, I'm sure too. So they can just go in black. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I got a neighbor down the street a little bit. They got one black here. Oh, God, it's probably been 5 years now. Still looks really good. I was afraid the black would fade real bad, but whatever they're using isn't, so I'm going to talk to these guys and point that one out and go, make it like that. Use that shit, whatever it is, for the material. Because I've seen some pretty bad made awnings, too. There's a place here for a while. They hired someone come in and put an awning up. They had a awning sticking out, the metal awning, old-fashioned kind, and these guys put together some awning that they slipped over that thing so they could put graphics on the front and shit. And I kid you not, 2 weeks, and the graphics were running on the fucking thing, staining down.
Really?
Yeah. And they spent like $8,000 on this stupid thing, and it was like, well, that's a piece of shit. First windstorm came along, and it blew out one end of it because it had a trap door thing in it to get in on behind it, and it wasn't secured properly or something. So the wind got in there and just blew out, the seams and shit.
Oh shit!
It was a train wreck. I don't know what that company was, but I don't want to ever have to see them, and that's for sure. That was bad. I mean, they brought it and they assembled it on site, and it's like, well, you kind of have to do that, I suppose, but at the same time, when I'm seeing them with rental equipment to put it up on the building, it's like, okay. Like, they went down the road to a rental place and got a cherry picker to, get up and stuff. It's like, you don't have your own equipment, guys? What kind of Mickey Mouse routine are you guys running? But, yeah, you run into that shit too, I suppose. It's hard to find good commercial anything anymore. Yeah, it's just, I don't know. Put the word commercial on something, you triple the price, and it used to be triple the quality, but not anymore. Oh, ow. And Danny Amber, they're still kind of job hunting.
He's not working.
He quit here.
Did he really?
About a month ago. Yeah, I wouldn't have done it, but I don't blame him for what. I understand why. Sam had gotten sick, and so he called in because Sam was up until, that's the baby, he was up until like 3 in the morning fussing and stuff because he didn't feel good. And Danny was supposed to get up for work at like 4 in the morning. So he's like, okay, we may have to take him to the doctor or whatever. So he just called in sick. Well, they're like, well, you're not coming back till the baby gets a COVID test. And he's like, fuck? All right, whatever. So a week goes by, week and a half, by the time he gets the results back or whatever. he shows him the COVID test and all this, which he thought was kind of bullshit. And, I mean, the kid had sniffles. That's all it was. He was better, the next day. Well, the new schedule only had him working 3 days of the week because the mill's slowing down. And it was like 22 hours or something. And he's like, the fuck? And they're like, well, we're slowing down. He goes, you guys had us pulling mandatory 6-day work weeks in October. And now you can't give me 5. Of 8 hours, we're doing, what the hell are they working? 4 12s and 2 10s is what they were stuck with in October. And it was mandatory. And now it's Christmas time, or just coming off Christmas time, and bare bones hours. It's like, what the fuck? After they made him take a week off unpaid. And he just kind of hit the roof and quit on the spot. He was tired of the bullshit. I personally would have worked 3 days and spent the other 2 looking for a new job.
Yep.
That's how I would have played it, but
Yep. Why give up money?
Yeah.
When you don't have any.
Yeah, something's better than nothing, right?
You got that shit right.
But he just kind of, knee-jerked it, I think, a little bit. But. And for some reason he got it in his head now he wants to be a stay-at-home dad for now. He doesn't want to be the breadwinner, so he thinks Amber should go out and get a job. And, of course, that's... yeah, she doesn't have much follow-through. All she started doing DoorDash, delivering food, and she's making okay money doing that. She's supposed to start at the weed shop this week. I haven't heard anything new about that, though. But they said that they're going to give her 4 days a week there. So Danny said now that, if that's what her schedule's going to be, well, he kind of knows where he can fit a work in, too, then. And he's thinking about going and finding some night stalker position or something. It's like, whatever, guys. As long as you pay me the rent, I don't want to give 2 shits, but... Not how I would have played it out, but... Of course, with them, too, it's like, they waste, like, food and stuff, they waste so much. It's unreal.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, it just kind of drives me up the wall, when you go into the kitchen at night and you see their plates sitting there and they're still 75% full. And the food's been left out, so they're just going to throw it away in the morning. And it's good food, like, meat. It's like, what the hell? Who can afford to leave out? Like tonight, Danny made a rice dish with chicken wings. Because they got some deal on chicken wings. 14 chicken wings for 3 people. Amber had
Really?
1. Danny had 2. I had 3, and the rest are sitting in there on the stove, not put away or anything, so they'll get tossed in the morning. I just...
Wow.
No joke, they probably waste minimum $50 to $100 a week in food. Just throw it away.
That's unreal. Like
Yeah.
they can afford it.
Yeah, I can't fathom, I mean, for Christ's sake, my cats eat better than I do, generally. Well, especially the old guy right now, because he's got a addiction to lunch meat, and I'm letting him have it because, well, he's been losing weight. And if he'll eat lunch meat, okay, you can have all the ham and turkey you want, buddy. To be honest, it ain't that much more expensive than cat food, so. And he's, what is he, 17? Figure, what the hell?
Wow.
Mr. Murph, which I'm surprised he's not bitching at me right now for some more. First time I gave it to him, after that he's, like when I go into the refrigerator for something, he knows where I keep it, and so I keep it in the crisper drawer, and he sits there and he rubs on the drawer like, oh, I love you, Mr. Meat, I know you're in there.
Hey, man, give me a minute, Ben. I'm going to get a coffee.
You bet.
Okay, I'm back.
Welcome back. Oh shit. Let's see if Patch gets on. If he's getting on, he'll probably get on in the next few minutes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think he said he was working about an hour late this week. He had to go in an hour early and stay an hour late or something. Which would mean he'd be on about now.
That would put him
I think he's an hour before you?
3:30.
3:30 here.
Yeah.
So 4:30 or 5:30 where he's at, and 6:30 where you're at, I think.
Yeah, it's 6:33 here.
All right, yeah. So he'd be
5:33.
Yep. Oh, to me,
That's getting on late.
that's third shift as far as I'm concerned.
You got that shit right.
You
You
know,
know, 11 to 7 is third.
yeah. So, or I've also seen it 10 to 6 too, but same difference. You know, if you're going home and it's daylight coming up, yeah, you're working third shift. They
Yeah.
call it whatever, but you know, if dawn happens before you're home from work, you're pretty much working a third shift.
Ooh,
I
man.
think he's a little worried. You know, the feds are talking about raising up minimum wage and shit, and he's a little concerned. Because, well, they'll raise it to exactly what he's making.
What's that?
Because, you know, I talk about making $15 minimum wage and shit, and he's a little worried, I think.
What?
Well, because that's about what he makes now. Minimum wage where he's at's like 7 1/4. And, so he's worried about all the costs going up, which I understand. I think they will. It's not like people who make... It's not like everybody gets an across-the-board pay hike, you know what I mean? So suddenly...
It's 7 something here.
Mm-hmm. That's a big jump.
$15. Let me tell you what. It's going to put most of the people that have businesses out of fucking work if you're going to pay $15 an hour.
Oh, yeah.
minimum wage.
For sure. No one can afford it.
They think the pandemic is fucking closed businesses.
Yeah, that stupid shit's going to close them faster. I mean, there are businesses are already reeling. You
I
know?
understand, and I'm all for. It has to be raised. You cannot have minimum minimum pay, and expect to survive in this
Well,
day and age on
yeah.
$7 an hour.
Yeah.
That doesn't work.
They need to... And it's a combination needing lower cost of living, because that's climbed faster than the wages have.
Oh yeah.
And good jobs. I mean, part of the problem nowadays is people seem to, for some reason, think that McDonald's is a career option. You know, they think they should be making $15 an hour to, you want fries with that at McDonald's.
Well, that's what they're trying to do.
And
They've already done it places.
yeah, and it's like, that was an after-school job, or older folks who want to do something besides sit at home on their ass, make a little side money. That was never...
Exactly what.
It was never supposed to be a long term, unless you're management. And shit, the kids can't even come out of school qualified to work those jobs anymore.
No, McDonald's was a stepping stone
Yeah.
for kids.
Oh, yeah. But, you know, now it's like, well, you come out of high school, it's like, well, what are you qualified to do? I don't know. Okay, nothing. And you think you should deserve the big bucks for that, huh? Well, yeah. Well, no, that's not how it works. You work your ass off and you move up the food chain. That's how it works. You don't get the good wage and then figure out how you're going to work. I mean, McDonald's, yeah, it's a crap job. Just like retail jobs are crap jobs. They're never supposed to be good paying jobs. It's retail. It's shit to make you want to get off your ass and do something better. You know, it's what you do before you have a career.
You gotta have stepping stones, man.
Yep. Nowadays, kids, I mean, shit, when I was a kid, you know, summertime come around, kids are out haying or picking berries or whatever the jobs available were. Not anymore.
No.
You know, and they're all saying, "Oh, the Mexicans took all the jobs." Well, your lazy asses wouldn't get off your butts and go do the job, so somebody had to. I mean, they're willing to do it. Why not? Someone's got to do it. So, I mean, if they're illegal, I don't have a problem with it at all. Illegals, that's a different story.
Now I see this up in Finley Lake as I'm heading up to the farm because there's some big ass farms up where I am, and I see these Mexicans or Puerto Ricans. There's got to be 11 or 12 of them that live in this one house, and I imagine it's a house that belongs to one of the farmers where he puts up his fucking helpers.
Could be.
I do believe that that's what, because there's no reason for these people to be around that area
Yeah.
unless they're working them farms.
We got a farm like that here, not too far up the road. Well, 20 minutes or so. A bulb farm. You know, they do tulips and shit like that. And they actually have a trailer park that they built just for the help. And they built them a little church that, you know, it's Roman Catholic or whatever the majority of Hispanics are. I mean, they take good care of them. And, you know, whatever. They're willing to do the work, and no one else is. What the fuck?
That's right.
I mean, yeah, you know, I mean, yeah, I'd love to see young people going out and getting those kind of jobs, but if they won't, farmers still got to get his shit in. I mean, you know, it's like,
Hey, if I own a business and, you know, you can't get people to work, but foreigners will come in and kiss your ass. You bet your sweet ass I'd be bringing them in.
well, yeah, and I mean, a lot of times, it ain't even because they're, you know, they're willing to work cheaper. It's just they're willing to work. And I'm sorry, you know, like the Hispanics and stuff that come up and want to do, you know, migrant type work, they will work their asses off. They're not lazy by any stretch. They're not just, you know, they won't bitch. They'll go out and they'll work their asses off until you tell them to stop. That's, you know, as an employer, that's exactly what you want. High production, low cost. But, and it hasn't helped either, though, that, like, I know labor laws have changed a lot, especially when it comes to miners. So a lot of those summertime jobs just they don't exist anymore. It's too much of a pain in the ass. Like when I was a kid, you know, you could go pick berries in the field and they paid you by the flat. And the more you picked, the more you made. Well, that didn't work anymore because you got to pay these kids X amount per hour regardless of how much they pick. It's just, so all the farms that come, you pick. People come in, pick the berries themselves. Pay, go home. I get it, you know. Even Christmas tree farms are like that around here now. All they will have Hispanic crews coming in and doing the trimming and stuff the year before they harvest. But they'll also come in and do the harvesting too sometimes, which is a crazy thing to see because a lot of the farms that are of any real size, or Christmas tree farms, they use helicopters to bring the trees out.
Really?
Yeah, they'll cut a bunch down, usually by hand or chainsaw, bundle them together in a big net, and have a helicopter just pick them up and drop them over by the road where they can load them onto trucks. Well, actually, by the trucks, they'll usually have one of those machines that wraps them up in the twine, so they're really skinny.
Yeah.
And then they throw them on the truck, and away they go. But they'll get them ready and have a helicopter come in and just, move nets of trees out.
Well, that's got to be cheaper for them to do it that way.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so.
Like you don't tear the country up.
Yeah. Well, in the tree farm, those trees are usually planted pretty damn close together. It'd be hard to get any equipment in there of any real substance. I mean, you could probably do it because, you cut those things pretty close to the ground, but I've always been curious about how they go through and take the stumps out afterwards. I've never seen how they do that. I know there's machines that'll kind of do it, but I don't know how well they do it. I guess. And now they're saying, fake Christmas trees are better than real ones because they're less harm on the environment. It's like, what? What kind of bullshit's this? Well, whatever.
Yeah, fuck. Hey man, I was gaming with asshole the other night, and Ken, he was so fucking drunk.
Oh, why am I not surprised?
I mean, oh my god, I said maybe I gotta go, man. I've had enough of this. It was like I don't know, 10 after 11, quarter after 11. I'm sitting at the kitchen table with Betty having a cigarette before we go to bed, and my fucking phone rings at 11:30 at night. Fucking Navy.
What the fuck? That's a little
Well,
ridiculous.
by the time I got to it and picked it up, he was gone. Right? Then Betty said, "Who the hell was calling you at 11:30?" I said, "Fucking Navy." I said, "The motherfucker was drunk on the day." Right? So the next morning, Navy's on. And I said, "Why the fuck did you call me last night at 11:30?" "I didn't call you." He said, "I said, don't fucking tell me you didn't call me, Navy." I said, "I answered my fucking phone and you weren't there." "Well, I didn't call you." I said, "The fuck you didn't." He said, "Well, I probably butt called you." I said, "You didn't fucking butt call me because you don't carry your phone in your fucking goddamn shorts."
Well, yeah.
I said, "So why did you call me?" I don't remember." I said, "Navy, can I tell you something?" I said, "You were so fucking drunk last night, you couldn't even answer a couple questions I asked you." "Oh, I was." I said, "Baby, you were so fucking drunk." I said, "Then you turn around, you fucking call." "Well, I was probably just swiping my phone and hit you." I said, "No, no, 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 no. No, you didn't hit it by accident because you got to swipe your fucking phone to turn it on. So don't give me that bullshit."
Yeah, that's a loud of crap.
"Well, it was a mistake." I said, "It wasn't a mistake. You were just too fucking drunk."
Yep.
And he tried to talk his way out of it, and I maybe there's nothing you can say to me, man. You drink every fucking night. You're fucking drunk probably every night.
Oh, yeah, without
And
doubt.
some nights are a little bit worse, and it's pretty aggravating when I try to game with you and you're being a real fucking idiot. "Oh, really?" I said, "Really?"
It's just the best of nights for him, usually.
I said, "I don't care about you drinking, Navy. That's your business."
Yeah, only when it affects you is the only time it really matters.
Yeah. I said, "But when your drinking interferes with me, I don't fucking appreciate it."
Yeah,
I said, "I don't fucking drink. So you can know how I feel about it." But I don't know. It's just, my God, he's such a fucking idiot.
that he is. We know that.
And Penny's like a little fucking kid. Every day you gotta tell him. You have to tell him to take you off fucking speaker every fucking time you get on with him.
And I don't understand that. It's like, how many times you gotta be told this before you figure out?
Well, I told him again yesterday. I said, Navy, I said, my grandchildren listen better than you. You know that. You know when I tell my grandchild something, my grandchildren something, they fucking actually listen to me. I said, but I've been telling you to keep me off fucking speaker from day one, and every day you get on this motherfucking computer, you got me on fucking speaker.
Yeah, I don't even understand.
I says, and I'm sick of your fucking speaker shit. So now, I don't talk. I don't say if I'll get on, and I won't fucking talk to him because I said to him, I said, hey, I'm not going to listen to myself fucking talk.
Well, yeah, I mean,
So I don't say nothing. So I mean, this has all been going on the past couple of days. So and that I noticed yesterday yesterday that when he got on, he was on his headset.
oh,
He wasn't on speaker
he figured it out.
because you echo on speaker.
Yeah.
Because
Yes, he
Navy sits back and has his TV going, his cameras going, and the computer going.
Mm-hmm.
And he's not paying any attention to the fucking game. He's paying attention to the cameras and the TV.
Yeah, God only knows why, but
Yeah.
it's like,
You know, because he'll sit there and say, and that's the Navy, are you fucking gaming or are you going to watch fucking TV? Because I'm getting tired of waiting for you to fucking shoot.
yeah, it's annoying. The hurry up and wait thing with other people. It's like, I'm not here to sit around and wait for you.
Oh, I don't piss around with people.
I
You
mean,
come, you get on the server, I'll go one fucking hole with you. And if you ain't doing shit and you're fucking off and you ain't playing, then second time I come up, you're gone. I don't need you here.
well, yeah, I mean, that's just how it works. I kind of have a low bullshit tolerance level, whatever you want to call it. I mean, if you're going to the bathroom or something, okay, it's one thing. As long as you let me know. But he doesn't even
Yeah,
do
as
that.
long as you tell, he don't even tell you that.
Yeah, he just disappears.
Yeah.
And you're like, where did he go?
And then you'll hear him talking to his old lady or talking to his fucking dog or
Yeah.
and I'm sitting there going, what the fuck? You just get up and walk away and don't tell somebody?
Yeah, I don't get that. I don't understand how someone can do
Oh.
that.
Well, because he's an idiot. Navy is a fucking idiot that's surrounded by 4 fucking walls in a basement and thinks he's in a great fucking place.
Well, that's true. Compared to his military career, it probably is a good thing.
And I think his wife's as big a drunk as he is.
Yeah, from everything I hear, which is...
Oh, man, I heard her in the background the other night. She was fucking hammered.
Yeah, birds of a feather.
Oh, she wants to come to the farm with you. She wants to come up there with you. And Navy, I don't even know your fucking old lady. What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, it's kind of weird, to say the least.
Yeah, tell Blizzard I want to come up to the farm with him. Fuck you, Navy.
Yeah, it's like when Danny and Amber get drinking sometimes. It's like, yeah, why don't you guys go back to your part of the house? I'm not really in the mood to entertain. Well, it was kind of funny here when she started doing the DoorDash. She was like, well, I wanted to cut back on my drinking anyway. It's like, well, that's a good thing, Because I'd noticed it had gotten worse, When the guy at the corner keeps a couple bottles underneath the grate and the cooler so that, when she comes in, hers are already sitting there chilled down. Her bottle's a Fireball. That's not it. She thought that was so neat. Like, no, that means you're a drunk and he knows it. Didn't say that, but that's what I thought. Well, the first day, she went to bed real early, and Danny was up. He's like, yeah, she said she had a real bad migraine. I'm like, she have anything to drink tonight? Oh, no. You could see it dawn on his face at that point. Oh, yeah, that's what a fucking alcoholic goes through. First time she hadn't had booze in I don't know how long.
She's a drinker, huh?
Shots. She does shots of Fireball. The spiced rum shit.
Oh, yeah, that'll put your dick in the dirt because it happened to me.
Cinnamon rum or whatever the hell it's made of.
I did. I drank a bottle of it playing golf one day at the golf outing.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the easiest shit in the world to drink.
Oh, yeah. She'll go through a
And
bottle a night.
And let me tell you what. I ended up on my kitchen fucking floor. In vertigo. It put me into a vertigo.
Ooh.
Because the room ended up fucking spinning so bad that I went into vertigo.
That's not good.
So for 3 days, I was down with fucking vertigo because of that stupid Fireball. That was actually the last motherfucking time I had a drink. That's when I said, hey, I don't need this fucking shit anymore. I'm done.
Yeah,
And I have not had a fucking drink since.
There's usually a bottle in the freezer, and when it's gone is when she goes to bed.
Really?
Yeah. Small bottles, but still.
My God, that's bad.
Yeah. But,
That is bad.
she has cut back because, the DoorDash stuff, she does it every evening because she wants to go to get the dinner rush because that's when you get a lot of business. And, well, you can't be drinking if you're doing that. So, I mean, that respect's good for her. Danny, he's a drinker too, but he just drinks beer. And I mean, you know, when he was working at the mill, at least, you know, he'd come home, drink 2, maybe 3 beers, go to bed. I understand that. It's a hard job.
Yeah.
Beat your body up. You know, self-medicating. I get it. Not healthy, but I understand. He ain't the first guy
A lot
to do
of
it.
people do it, man. I
Yeah.
do it.
Yeah, I mean, I grew up around loggers and shit, and that's just the norm. You know.
After
And
work, crack a few beers, man.
yeah, that's just, you know, there's nothing
But
wrong
some
with that.
guys just don't know when to stop.
Yeah. And I mean, he can get like that sometimes, but it's not an every night thing. It's like Patch. I mean, what was it?
Patches every night.
Except when he's been working this overtime. I think it
Really?
was Friday night. I was talking to him when he got on. He's like, I'm drinking a beer. It tastes so good. I'm like, yeah, every beer tastes good every night. He's like, I hadn't had it since last weekend. He didn't drink all week because he's working so many hours.
Wow.
So, you know, he can put the brakes on when he needs to. So
Yeah, I wouldn't think he would be able to from me listening to him.
I was kind of surprised myself. I was like, well, damn, okay. Can't make too many drunk jokes about you.
But Patch is a happy drunk.
Yeah.
He doesn't seem like a mean drunk at all.
No. And Danny's that way too. Danny's what I call a philosophical drunk. He'll start philosophizing about random shit, you know, dreaming big things and whatever else.
Rambling.
Yeah, basically, yeah. But harmless rambling. Now she gets pretty bipolar when she gets, but that's hard liquor. That does it to a lot of people. She'll pick fights and stuff. And
Oh, yeah.
yeah. But sometimes, not very often. It's just when she gets in that mood, it's hard to get her out. She'll get this weird opinion stuck in her head. But whatever, you know. That's where I'm just like,
They don't get rowdy in your place, do they?
what's that?
They don't get rowdy in your place, do
No. Not everything like that. They just, I mean, the rowdies they get, you know, when Danny gets a few into him, he'll sit and play video games on his Xbox. That's about the rowdies he gets.
they? So, hey, man, I come on yesterday morning just to hear you getting the fuck off.
Was that yesterday? Yeah, I guess
Or
we
day
were.
before. That's why I sent you that message. I said, you all right?
Oh, yeah, I was just tired of Lumar that night. He was really pulling a miles.
Well, I heard, I could tell. I just got on, and you were saying something and fucking leaving.
Oh, here comes Patch.
And I could tell by the voice. Man, I said, what the fuck's wrong with him, man?
Oh, he was just being
And then-
stupid all night. And
And then Pat said that Lumar got under your skin.
a little bit, yeah.
I said, really? That's when I texted and I said, you all right?
Well, it was... First, he was throwing blunders at us, knocking us off the ship and stuff, which is fine, whatever, horsing around. And then he dumped loot off by accident. And then we go to unload our loot, and he'd taken everything out of every treasure chest, so we had to put it all back in to unload it. And then we went to go fight this guy, and he's like, I'm going to go make nachos, and he disappeared for the PvP. Comes back, oh, you guys are done? Well, yeah, we were like 30 seconds from starting the fight when you left. And at the end of the night, we're unloading. This galleon rolls up on us, so we go start fighting it. There ain't no supplies. He had unloaded all the barrels and left them in a storage crate on the dock. And that was it for me. I'm just like, I'm done. I mean,
Well,
we didn't
I don't know.
have a plank, a cannonball, a banana, nothing. He took it all off the ship. What the hell? I mean,
Why?
well, yeah, exactly. I mean, we leave our storage crates behind for people. That's just, you know, next guy can find or whatever. But we don't usually unload the ship in the process. Whatever's on the ship's on the ship. I'm not going to spend that kind of time. It was just one annoying night.
Well, every time I stream you guys, he's doing exactly what he wants to do and plays his way.
Yeah,
He
but
shoots himself off the ship. He does all kinds of stupid shit.
yeah, but normally it gels with what me and Pat are doing well enough. It's no big deal. But he was just kind of all over the place the other night, and it was just like, okay, this isn't...
He's a young kid.
Yeah. But at the end, when it's like, okay, the one good PvP fight we had a chance at here, well, we have no cannonballs, no planks, nothing. Because you took it all off for some reason, and when I bring that up, he's like, oops, my bad.
Well, you know, I
like-
hear you and Patch, and you'll go Patch left, go left, Patch. or no, go right, right. When you guys are fighting ships,
Yeah.
and well, I have a real hard time with Ghosty. I got to tell you, Ghosty is kind of a controlling freak.
Really?
Oh, he won't let me. I try to go set the sails, and he'll come back and reset the sails. I'll trim the fucking mast. He'll come back and retrim the fucking mast.
I would never thought that.
We're gonna fight. Here we are. We're gonna go fight all these uh, ghost big ships.
Okay. Yeah.
All right, I forget what that is.
The Flameheart stuff, the ghost. Yeah.
Whatever. Yeah. There's all these big triple max ships that we're gonna go fight.
Yeah.
Two max you got to hit 3 times. The 3 max you got to hit 5 times, right?
Yep.
Okay. So anyhow, we get into this, and I said, "Okay, man." I said, "If you're on the wheel," I said, "be ready to wheel." Okay. I'm running the cannons, right? Now we're lining up to shoot. Now I'm starting to fucking shoot, and I'm going Ghosty left, Ghosty, and he's going right, and I'm going left, Ghosty, and he steers me away from the fucking ship, and he tells me, "Well, I got to do this." I said, "Ghosty, what the fuck are you doing?" Oh yeah, and it's constant. He's like he takes control of the fucking ship. We go to an island to do our searches or whatever, and he goes by himself. He's fucking gone doing shit by himself. Not, I mean, I have a hard time playing with Ghosty.
Well, the fact he doesn't talk doesn't help much either.
Oh no, and trying to pull into dock, and he just, oh my god. I'll drop the fucking anchor, he'll raise the anchor.
Oh, Jesus.
I'll drop the fucking sail, he'll raise the fucking sail. I'll trim the sail, he'll untrim the sail.
See, it's like me and Patch, we tend to work.
You guys work together.
Yeah, without having to force to work together.
Ghosty doesn't work together with you.
Yeah, that sounds like that's.
Ghosty works by himself. Now, goddamn it, if you're going to steer the boat, I can run the fucking sails for you. Because there's really nothing else for me to do.
Well, yeah.
But run around that little fucking boat like a wild chicken. Right? So I'm gonna play with the mast, and I'm gonna try to get all the air into the sails that I can get. Especially if we're cruising to another island somewhere.
Well, yeah.
But with Ghosty, that's a different ball game. Playing with him is tough. I actually make excuses to walk away from the computer.
Oof.
Because I didn't realize that he didn't want to. I don't think he understands the part of being part of a team.
That could be. I mean, he does solo himself a lot. It seems like in a lot of games. You know what I mean?
He's by himself in every game.
Yeah. And so, like me and Patch, we just kind of gel. We don't. We kind of know what each of us are doing without having to say it. We'll still say stuff and.
Well, when you're trying to kill ships, you want to steer your ship to the point to where you're firing.
Yeah.
If you got to turn left so I can keep firing, then goddamn it, turn left. Don't turn away till I got nothing to fucking shoot at.
Well, yeah, unless there's, an absolute reason you have to turn. Like,
there is no reason.
Another ship coming at you or whatever it might be. But that just means you put yourself in the wrong spot. Which, I mean, that happens too, don't get me wrong. It's kind of, especially doing that kind of fleet, it's kind of a chess match almost. Where you're, like, Patch is really good at maneuvering in those fleets. I'm not. He gets us through there and gets me where we need to be to get the shots, and I get us killed.
I can control the a hell of a lot better than Ghosty can, I can tell you that.
Yeah.
Because I go every day, I take a cruise. And all I do is I take that boat and I go to all them rocky areas, and I work that fucking boat through those rocky areas. And I like going to the hardest areas I can fit that boat.
See where you can get it to go.
Yep.
It's also fun to, like we've been doing it more, kind of practicing it. But you can use your harpoon to grab the rocks, and you can actually pull yourself around.
Yeah, I've seen that too.
And that's fun. It's hard to tell because you can't. I wish you could look around while you're harpooning something.
Yeah, you can't though.
Yeah, you kind of gotta just judge and guesstimate when you gotta let go to go straight or whatever.
But I like to go on. And my biggest thing is I sail around to these islands until I see something shiny, then I get off. I park my boat, I get off. And then next thing you know, I'm gathering these chests, and The one day I had like 9 fucking chests on my boat.
You can get quite a
And I
bit. Just,
thought, man, I better go cash this shit in, man. So I did. I was all by myself. I went and I went to that one. I don't know which one it was, man. That one that's out that has it looks like a wagon wheel. I guess it's
I know that we're talking about. Yeah.
yeah.
Shit.
It's got a dock all the way over. There's a dock all the way around this. It's scattered around this island.
Yep.
You know, the outpost.
Golden Sands or Sanctuary. One
Yeah,
of the two.
something like that.
It's where
anyhow,
it's nice and sunny all the time.
I was unloading my boat. Next thing I know, I see this fucking schooner coming in, or swoop.
So
I thought, oh shit, man, here they go. They're gonna blow my ass out of the water because I'm on the dock carrying his chest all the way back. And I drop and I turn around and I look and there's a goddamn sail right behind my boat. I thought, fuck. So I come running up the dock and they were anchored behind me. Probably, I don't know, 2 boats behind me.
pretty close.
And I see the guy in the water. So I comes up, man, at the edge of the dock and I grab my rifle. I scoped him and he says, not here to do you any harm. I said, thank God you spoke. And he laughed and that was it, man. He was hauling his treasure in, I was hauling mine in, and we went separate ways.
Yeah. Sometimes you get it like that. You know, it's. What was it? I don't remember what night it was, but Friday night, maybe Saturday night. We were looking for some PvP, and there was a guy at an island, and we went over and we're like, okay, before we sink this guy, let's see what he's got on him, what he's doing. We went over, he didn't have shit on him. He was killing skeletons or something. He's like, he kind of looks at us like, they're like, it's okay, dude. You ain't got nothing. We don't want anything of your stuff. We're just coming to see if you got anything we're stealing. And then I think Lumar was with us that night, and Lumar's like, yeah, put a couple fish in your barrel. You didn't have much food. It was just, okay. You know?
Well, I notice he goes over the boats a lot.
Yeah, he likes to do that. But
He goes on to other boats quite a bit.
he's good at that, too. I mean, that is one of his fortes, I'll say. He's better at the hand-to-hand thing than I am by a long shot.
Oh, I can't. My fingers ain't fast enough for hand-to-hand shit.
Well, I just can't just keep up with it sometimes.
Yeah, I sit on a boat with a scope and shoot the fuckers.
Yeah, that's what I kind of tend to do too, especially skellies.
And I
shit
still
like that.
haven't caught a fish. I still don't know the technique of catching the fucking things.
Oh, it's a pain in the ass. It takes a while, that's for sure.
I can't catch the fucking things. I get so pissed off. I sat there and fished for 20 minutes the other day. And every fish I hooked in, are you kidding me? And I do exactly what you told me. You got to run the opposite way, run the opposite way, run the opposite way. But it never works out for me.
And then when the line goes slack, that's when you reel them in a little bit.
Yep. I got that part. I've gotten to that part a couple. Well, I take that back. I did catch a fish in a pond.
Oh, you got a pondy.
On one of the islands, I caught a fish.
Yeah, pondies are they're pretty easy. They're also fun to catch because they're these big fat
but
things.
I seen this ugly motherfucking purple ass fish. It's 4 times the size of any other fish.
Pretty much, yeah.
That was going to try to. He bit my line, but man, he bit my line. That son of a bitch ran, and he just ran straight away, and that was all she wrote.
Yeah, it's probably a trophy.
Big old purple fucking thing, man.
Yeah, they the pondies they're a lot of fun. They're not worth much money, but they're fun to catch because you can just sit there in a pond and there's one.
I didn't know any of them were worth any money.
Oh yeah, you can sell them to the sea posts.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
There's a lot of shit I don't know. I can tell you right now.
Yeah, some of them can be worth some fairly good money. Of course, they're really rare and hard to get. That's why they're worth money.
Like I still haven't figured out how to put a grub or a worm on a fucking hook.
Let's see. It's space, and then I think you hit R.
Do what now?
If you got your fishing pole out, I think you hit. Oh no! I think you hit Q and then R, maybe.
Q and R.
Yeah, or space and then R. You pull up the radial menu thing, and in the middle it'll say R for bait, and you click on that. But you have to have your fishing pole out to make it do it.
I don't know. I don't know what you mean, but there's a lot of things I don't understand what you're saying. What?
The circular menu thing where you can get your
Okay,
shovel
that
and
has your okay,
fishing pole.
okay, yeah,
And
the F button.
it's that one, and then I think it's in the middle. It'll say R for bait or something like that. You can click on that, and it'll give you, if you got bait on you, it'll give you access to it. You can click on one of those, and it'll put it on the hook for you.
All right, I'll have to check that, figure that out, because I have yet figured out how to put anything on my. The only thing I've done is eaten the motherfuckers and puked.
Done that a few times too. Eating worms will give you a little bit of food health back. Not much, but it will make you puke too, though.
There was a couple things I wanted to ask you about, and I forgot what they were because I could. That was one of them. Was how do you put your fucking bait on your hook?
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. See, I just do it without thinking about it, so I'm trying to remember the steps I do.
So because you got to catch more with bait than you do without bait.
Depends. Well, it's getting the special fish with the bait.
I mean, because you throw a bare hook and they bite the fucking thing.
Yeah, you get splash tails all day long. You can get splash tails in any area of the map too.
Oh, okay.
Without bait, you don't need bait. But if you want the fancy fish, except for pondies, you don't need bait for them in a pond.
I got to learn how to bring them in. That's all.
Yeah,
and I think it's my fingers aren't controlling enough.
Oh,
I'm not left and right fast enough. I don't think.
Yeah, it could be. Well, and the bait itself, if you look at it when it's in your inventory, it'll tell you what it'll catch, and then you just got to be in the right area for that. But that's pretty straightforward. Like ancient scales, you catch in the ancient isles, and wild splashes you catch in the wilds. And
I'll tell you what, I do have a hard time reading. I have a hard time reading them search maps where you got to go dig up shit.
Oh, depending on the island, I do too.
Exactly. Like we were at this one yesterday, me and Ghosty. I couldn't find a fucking thing.
Yeah, some of the bigger islands especially is a pain.
He was digging the shit up.
Yeah,
and I'm going, Ghosty, how the fuck did you find out how to dig this on the side of this hill?
Yeah,
I read them bastards, and I tried. Now some of them I get.
Yeah.
I've gotten a few where he couldn't find them, and I found them, but I have a hard time when you got to go up 2 and 3 layers.
Yeah, that's kind of me too. It's like if you go to Thieves Haven, that's the one that's got the I don't know what you call it, and the docks underneath the island, kind of. You got like 3 entrances into the center.
Yes.
And X is on that one. I mean, if we had ever had those, it's usually like, if it's not on the beach, it's like, Patch, this one's yours. Because I can't find the shit up there.
Yeah, I can't. I have a horrible time.
I just get too disoriented. And he uses the red bushes. He can see them on the map and kind of figure stuff out from that. I've tried, but it just doesn't work for me for some reason. I don't know how to. I don't know. When it comes to those kind of complicated ones, he's just better at it than I am. I mean, if it's on the beach, I'm super good. I can get that stuff quick. But when you start figuring out, little stuff. And maybe it's because his monitor's bigger, too. I don't know. He can see the map better. I have no idea. But that island in particular, he's always better at. Of course, he's done so many missions at that island that, he knows it like the back of his hand. But I hate that one, and I hate Plunder Valley, and Old Faithful or something like that. It's one that's got it looks like a corkscrew or something. It's circular with, paths that go around and around and around, different layers. And it's just like, Jesus, I don't know where I'm going. I'd rather just shoot things. Shooting things is so much simpler.
Yeah.
Well, on the puzzle solver ones too, where you got to go, find some grave and play an instrument.
I have a tough time with that one too.
Well, because like some of the islands now I've gotten, so I know the landmarks and stuff pretty well. I can usually find the stuff, but there's other ones just like I have no clue where this is at. And there's ones too. It's like you go find some scarecrow or something. It's like, I think of a scarecrow. I think we see in a field. Well, that's not what scarecrows look like in this game.
No.
it'll be
Or a stick
yeah, a couple bones.
with a skeleton head, you know?
Yeah, it's like okay, my brain just doesn't work that way. I don't know why. I think by now I'd figure it out, but I still get confused with those.
Then the ones you got to go hold the light high, man. I get around those things, and I mean, I'm all around them holding the light. And I
Doesn't
can't get the fucking thing to come on.
Yeah, and some of them are real particular too. You got to be just in the right spot. And what the hell am I up in here?
Well, Ghosty plays a lot of games. I mean, that's all he does his whole life. He stays home and plays games, I think.
Yeah, I think so too. I never heard
Like
him
he
talk
had to
about
get off.
working.
No, he had to get off for a minute last night. Because his mom was having a sugar attack.
Sugar attack? Oh, she's diabetic or something?
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah. So he had to go give her some sweet shit. I said, "What'd you do? Give her a can of Coke?" No, and he said something else.
She's what do you call it?
Because my sister is like that too. When she starts to feel it coming on, she's got to have something sweet.
Yeah,
And it's usually I'll grab her a can of Coke or something.
yeah. It's what the hell? I forget what that's called. It's diabetes, but it's the flip side of what normal people get, or normal diabetes. Hypoglycemia. Is that it? There's the one diabetes where too much sugar is a bad thing, and the other kind where you don't get enough sugar is a bad thing.
Yeah.
Basically, your body kind of crashes because of lack of sugar. So you throw some sugar in there to kind of give it a kick in the ass, get it straightened out.
My body lacks a lot of shit.
Yeah, mine too.
Like I was just telling Betty, I got to see I'm having so much problem shaking. And it's really coming on fast.
I haven't had some of that myself.
It's been coming on for a while, but just recently it's really progressed a little bit that I think because I mean I tried to eat soup the other day and I couldn't keep the spoon from shaking.
Who was it? I just saw.
And that is starting to fucking bother me big time.
I just saw someone kind of well known, like famous, older. They just got diagnosed with Bell palsy, which is shakes basically. And I'm like, well, they're old, so I mean it could be worse. But they may act like it was a death sentence. It's like it's Bell palsy. I don't know. If guys get they get tired, then they kind of have problems talking and shaking. And
Yeah,
stuff
well,
like
Bell
that.
palsy, my son has that.
Yeah, it's not that big a deal. I mean, it can't.
His face looks like he gets a fucking stroke.
Yeah, like it'll kind of get like his facial muscles won't work right anymore.
It'll sag. He can't speak right.
Yeah, and
It's like having a stroke.
but I mean, it's not like life-threatening exactly.
No.
That I've ever heard of, at least. But I can't remember who it was. It was like an older actor or something.
Yeah, and then I can't feel anything with my hands.
Yeah.
I'm having a bad time because if I'm not looking at it, I can't feel it.
Which is
Like I dropped the cigarette and I reached down to grab it. I can't grab it unless I'm looking at it.
so you know where to look or reach.
I couldn't look at it because I was driving my truck. Right? And it dropped onto the floor. So I looked down to see where it was and looked back up,
Yeah.
And then I tried to feel around, and all I was doing was moving that cigarette around my fucking floor until I mushed it all in enough because I can't feel anything. I have to see what my fingers are doing for them to work.
I'll get that sometimes. I just figure it's carpal tunnel or something.
And it's fucking horrible, man. And then I'm having a really bad time of hanging on to things. I drop shit. I mean, I'll be sitting there and bam, I'll drop my fucking lighter. Bam, I drop the fucking bowl. Bam, I drop my fucking cigarette.
What was it?
Oh, man.
A week or so ago, I had sitting outside having a cigarette, and went to open a new pack. One of my regulars is there. He works at a rehab place. He's got a degree in psychology or something or other. And the inner like foil wrapper.
Yes.
Well, it was the hand. Normally, I pull it off with my right hand. I was just juggling stuff, and I had it in my left hand. I could not pull it off. I could not get the strength in my hand to pull it off.
Yeah, well, I have that problem.
And I'm like, what the hell? Because with my other hand, it's fine. You know. And Daniel, he's been doing this, and he's like, what's wrong? I'm like, I can't seem to get this off. My hand just won't pull it right. I don't understand what's going on. And he's like, starts giving me like these cognitive tests to see if I'm having a stroke. I was like, no, I don't think I'm having a stroke, dude. I'm fine otherwise. It's just, for some reason, I have no strength in this hand, and it's really weird. And I've noticed it a couple times. I'm left-handed. It's how I write left-handed. This is my left hand. I couldn't get it to work like that.
Wow.
I mean, I write left-handed. Everything else I do is pretty much right-handed.
Well, see, that's like me. I can't open a bottle of pop. I can't unscrew the cap.
I can only if I'm using my right hand.
And there's a lot of things I can't do that with. And it's aggravating as fuck to me.
Oh,
Because,
yeah.
like the dog food, we have these little Caesars or whatever. And they got that shit on the top where you peel it back.
Yeah.
I can't do it unless I grab a pair of pliers and grab onto that with pliers and use the pliers to pull it. I can't pull it with my hand, with my fingers.
That was the last time I tried to do one of those, because, you know, the package of Oreos that reseal nowadays. I can't get the fucking things off.
Wow.
I have to pull it just right, and with my right hand, it has to be. 'Cause even then, it's like,
But it's horrible when somebody's helping me and I got to have them hold something for me to do something because I can't feel it. And they just look at me kind of funny, you know?
yeah, I get that too, because we're like, you know, you're too young for this stuff. Well, I maybe I am, but it doesn't change the fact that, you know.
It's like I tell them, well, when you get 70 and older than me, maybe you'll have the same fucking problem.
But yeah, I've noticed. You know, and I keep waiting to be told I'm diabetic. I mean, I honestly do. I know it's inevitable. My dad was diabetic. My brother is diabetic. You know, I'm 3 sheets to the wind. I'm going to be a diabetic at some point in my life. I just, you know, I accepted that fact. Runs in the family.
Ken, how old are you?
I'm 49.
49?
Yeah. But, you know, and, you know, I try to eat healthy, and it usually fails miserably, but I try.
I don't eat healthy.
You know.
I don't eat healthy at all.
I do eat healthier with the kids around, that's for sure. They are good cooks.
I don't eat healthy. I eat bullshit foods.
That's pretty much what I usually do. If it's just me, that's what I do.
I'm comfortable eating bullshit foods.
Yep, I usually just go for the quick and dirty. I'm not patient enough to cook a big fancy meal.
Oh, I don't have a problem cooking meals at that, but I just, no, I don't eat well.
Well,
I like foods. I like fattening fucking foods. I like sweet fucking foods.
I'm pretty good with sweets, actually.
I like my candy bars. I like my chocolate.
I get a hankering. I usually cave for myself on those, though, because I figured my body's telling me I want it. I might as well give it to it, because it doesn't have
I can sit back and eat a whole fucking bag of those Hershey nuggets in an evening watching TV. I mean, literally eat the whole fucking bag. Like nothing.
Yeah, I used to be like that with peanut M&Ms. It's like, oh, just give me a bag of peanut M&Ms and I'm a happy camper for the night.
And you take like Werther's. You like Werther's candies?
Oh yeah.
I like the original Werther's, the hard one.
Yeah.
Let me tell you what, I love the fucking thing. I got to have 3 of them in my mouth at every given time when I'm eating. Because I really like the flavor of them. If I eat 3 of them at one time, I get the flavor I really want out of it. But I kid you not, I will sit there. And then, you know, they'll start to get smaller and smaller, and I'll pop in 2 or 3 more, and I keep doing that all fucking evening. And Betty said to me, "You ate that whole fucking bag this evening." I said, "Really?" I said, "I didn't even notice. I was watching TV and popping them in, man. I had this pile of fucking wrappers on my end table."
There's worse things.
Oh my God, man. I love them fucking things.
See, for me, my vice is chips.
Well, it used to be. Mine used to be chips, you know. I have no problem sitting down and eating a bag of chips.
Yep, that's me too. I'll eat the whole damn bag too, no problem.
Yeah, I don't have a problem eating a whole bag of
Potato
chips.
chips, Doritos, don't matter. You know. Not good.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm probably gonna get out of here pretty quick.
yeah, it don't look like your buddy Patch is showing up.
Well, I showed him getting on the game, but he never got in Discord. He probably didn't think I was gonna be on this late. I haven't been much lately.
Well, all you have to do is look.
Oh yeah. But he may not even pay attention if I was streaming or not.
I never catch his streams.
Yeah, to be honest, I don't either. I don't know. Hey, let me see. Let's see if he's streaming right now. Twitch.
Is he on?
Well, he was. I don't know if he still is. I saw him log on though. Oh God, it is late. Let's see here.
How old is Lumar? He's got to be young.
I think he's like 17. Yeah, he's not streaming right now. He probably just got on to fiddle around for a little bit before work. See, he may not be streaming even right now. I mean, he may not even be still on. Yeah, I think Lumar's. I think he's 17. I know he's still in high school.
Jeez.
He's a young'un. It's like all kids nowadays. What was it here? Like a week ago, he had to kept getting off because his girlfriend wanted to keep trying on different clothes. It was their 1 year anniversary, and I'm just like, oh God.
Who's that?
Lumar.
Oh, Lumar.
Him and his girlfriend are having their 1 year anniversary, and I'm just like,
Oh God, teenage love.
yeah, right. That's where I was doing. Just like, oh Lord, kids. They're gonna go from celebrating 1 year to God, we made it through another one.
Yeah.
But yeah, whatever. Enjoy it while you can. It's kind of funny. One night, his girlfriend was there, and he was playing with us, and he gets on. He goes, "Hey, you guys know my girlfriend's name, right?" And we're like, and Patch come up with it, and he's like, "See, I did tell them about you." She didn't think that he talked about her at all or whatever. It's like, oh my God, that's such a teenager thing. It's like, yeah, a bunch of random guys on the internet know your girlfriend's name. Okay. I don't see what the point of that is, but whatever. Evidently made her happy.
I got a pack of gummies, and after my birthday, my daughter bought me gummies for my birthday.
Like,
Because I've never had them.
oh, like THC gummies?
Yeah.
Okay.
I still haven't had one. I still haven't opened a pack, and that was February 3rd.
Depending on how they're done, they can be pretty good. Although,
I've never had
with the edibles, my experience is it takes a little while to kick in. It's not an instant thing.
That's what they tell you.
Because first time I had an edible, it was like, well, this didn't do shit. And then like 2.5 hours later, I'm on the floor. It's like, whoa, here it is.
Now, I'm a pretty heavy smoker.
Oh, me too.
Pot smoker.
Yeah. So it might take a little bit more to get you going, too.
That's what I told my daughter. I said, you got to waste your money, I think. I said, I'd probably have to eat that whole fucking pack.
Yeah, you'd be surprised, though. So not always. Although, I don't know if it'll work with the gummies, but with my oils, if I drink it with a cup of coffee or something warm, it tends to speed it up.
Sorry.
It's okay. Yeah, for some reason...
My first bowl hit.
Oh. Yeah, for some reason, it's hot coffee or tea or anything warm like that seems to speed up the process.
Really?
Yep. I think it's because it helps it. Like my oils are kind of thick tar-like, so I think it kind of melts it down a little bit in your system faster. Your body digests a little quicker. Not sure. Alright, keep my ass out of here before I run out of gas. I think I'll call it then. Push this pile out of the way.
Oh man, I haven't been able to get out to do any tree trimmings at all because fucking snow's still 2 feet deep.
Jesus, ours is gone.
Now we're having warm weather now, so it's probably going to settle this week.
Well, that's good. We actually were under a flood watch until tonight for about 24 hours. One of the local rivers. Didn't turn out to be anything. It didn't sound like it was going to either. It was like 2 feet over flood stage. Not a big deal. But and there's only one other. Right where I'm at, there's 3 rivers that kind of come together. And when we get bad floods, is when all 3 of those rivers usually go out of the banks. If it's just one, whatever. There's enough room in the other 2 to support the water flow a lot of times. You might get some of the back roads flooded or some fields or something, but not enough to really, screw anything up or put any houses underwater or anything like that. But we are due for a big one, sadly.
I got a dilemma going.
Uh-oh.
Around the pond, I know I got a ton of muskrats because they're undermining around the edge of the pond. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I've had a couple of my tractors tires drop in these fucking holes around the pond, to the point that where I had to take gravel and dump in them holes.
Flush them out.
But here's my dilemma. It's not my farm, okay? I really don't want to kill them fucking muskrats.
Oh yeah, they're trying to do their thing.
Because I know, they're doing what they have to do to survive.
Yeah.
Now, maybe if it was my pond and I was really, 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 really concerned about it, maybe I would trap them out, right? But I'm thinking my buddy wants to come up because he traps and everything, and he wants to bring up some traps and trap them out. And I got to thinking that I really wanted them trapped out, but now I'm wondering, do I really want to do that? Do I really want to kill them and I might not be there?
Yeah, I can see that.
You know what I mean? Or do I just let them go? They've been there for all these fucking years and nobody worried about taking them out before.
Yeah, so why bother now? I mean,
So do I worry about it now at this stage of my game, or do I just say, fuck it, let them have their fun, let them live? It ain't my fucking fun.
yeah, I'd probably go that route personally, but that's me.
Well, I think that's what I'm going to do. I've been thinking about it because he wanted to bring the traps over, and and then the more I've been thinking about it, the more I decided, why should I kill them fucking animals? I'm not going to be there.
Well, yeah, they're just doing what they do. I mean,
And I know they've done a bunch of damage around the pond because we've run into it with our equipment. And I know how they react around ponds, and I don't know, man. I just don't know if I want to kill them animals.
it's worth it.
Yeah.
Or what their life worth.
What the hell am I going to get out of killing them?
Well, yeah, like if their life is worth, whatever you're gonna get.
I understand they're an animal. That I do understand, and I do understand they're a nuisance. And I guess I would take it a little bit more hardy if the property was mine.
Yeah, that'd change things.
But being that the property is not mine, and I'm not going to be there for life, it's not anywhere I'm going to be hanging out the rest of my life.
Yeah.
So do I want to kill a family of fucking muskrats? I don't know.
I'd probably
I
be a
don't.
no, but that's me.
I don't think I want to. It's just like, I've always hunted all my life, but yet I just couldn't bring myself to kill a deer at that farm yet.
Yeah, it's kind of a, I don't know, just not
And
nostalgia,
the
but
and the and the question was asked to me because we seen a lot of bear at that farm this year,
Mhm.
and the question was asked to me: would you kill one if you seen it? And the more I think about it, I don't know if I would because I really enjoy seeing them.
well, yeah, until one attacks you or gives you a
I mean,
cause, you know.
I mean, every hunter wants to get his trophy kills.
Yeah,
And killing a black bear in Pennsylvania is a pretty cool hunt, man. I mean, you're right up there on the top of a good hunt. But I just maybe 20 years ago when I was a really avid hunter, didn't mind killing fucking animals, you know. But now, I guess you get softer with old age because I would rather see them than kill them now.
well, yeah. Well, you can, yeah. Especially, it's like here at least, bears or something you don't see very often. So
Exactly. How many people can go to a farm or go out in the county and see bear? And this past summer, I had 5 of them around the farm.
that which here would be unheard of.
I mean, I got a mama showing cubs how to climb trees and pull the branches down to eat the shit off the ends of them. And I mean, I've seen them from 500 pounds to 50 pounds,
Which
and
is,
it's just cool as fuck.
yeah. See, I don't think I would get rid of them. That's me though. I'd let them do their thing.
I don't think I could kill a bear neither.
Just don't
In all
seem.
the years that I really actually went and bear hunted, okay, and now I really don't even need to hunt them. I can just ride around the property and shoot one.
That's true.
is about what it's come to. You know what I mean? If I really wanted to kill a bear, I could go kill a bear,
Yeah, they're out there.
and I know how to bring them in.